Hi, this is Sarah, and welcome to another I'm at the Piano Now What Blues Edition video. And this one, no cards necessary. All we're doing today is learning about swing eighths. And swing eighth notes are a keystone or building brick for all of the melodies that you're going to be doing in jazz. Whether it's the blues or jazz standards, the swing eighth note is the unit of currency that gives you your melodies. I like to think of learning how to play swing eighth notes a little bit like learning how to ride a bike, because in the beginning, you're wobbly, wobble, 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 and then you get this little bit of smooth riding, and then there's a crash. And then people want to learn how to ride a bike, so they pick themselves up and they do the same thing. Wobble, 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 a little downhill balance, wobble, wobble, crash, and it happens over and over again. And then over time, the wobble becomes shorter, the distances become longer, and the crashes become non-existent. So when you're learning how to do this, do not be upset if in the beginning you get confused, your beats get off, because that's completely normal. I also find that when you are looking at video tutorials, you see the finished part, but you don't see how many times it took for that artist to practice what they are about to demonstrate to you before they got it right. You only see the last one, which is the one that was good enough to put out in the world. And I think that gives learners a false sense of how you actually learn, because you think it has to be perfect initially, and it doesn't. Okay, so that said, keep in mind that for some, and it might be you, maybe not, it could take a little while for this swing eighth concept to get there. I'm going to be demonstrating the swing eighth concept using middle C. I want to keep it simple. No cards for this video. It's all about the rhythm. We're going to start by that 1, 2, 3, 4 tapping, because regardless of what your swing eighths rhythmic patterns are, you still need to make sure you have that 1, 2, 3, 4 really solid first. Okay? A swing eighth, if you were doing a straight eighth pattern, you are subdividing the beats into two, because an eighth note, so you get 2 eighth notes for 1 quarter note, and straight eighth notes are simply 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So straight eighth pattern on middle C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. They're all even, and they are not swung, nor are they jazzy. So we want to get you into the jazz, onto the jazz. So swing eighths are long, short, long, short, long, short, long. So here's my 1, 2, 3, 4, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now you'll notice that I am emphasizing the numbers and I am de-emphasizing the ands. So the numbers last longer than the ands, and that's what gives you the swing feel. Now we are doing this in slow motion, so it might not sound swingy to you, but if you get this in slow motion, then speeding it up will be a lot easier. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's almost like a heartbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. On the piano, again, on middle C, to make it easy, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, when you're practicing this at home, you can play it on any key to get that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or long, short, long, short, long, short, long, or do, wah, do, wah, do, wah, do, because this slow, methodical practice is going to make it possible for you to speed it up. Once you've got a really good 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, like a heartbeat, then you can start adding stuff you've already done with the blues. So for example, here's my 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So you can hear how that's going to get you going on playing through a blues pattern using that swing eighth thing. This is the starting point. I do not want to overwhelm you by giving you too many new ideas. So what I would suggest you do for this video or for this learning is simply practice either clapping 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and or playing a single key 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and keep it simple enough that you can count, tap, and play at the same time. If you start adding too many things in the beginning, it overwhelms, it can be overwhelming and more difficult to do. So swing eighths, the only thing that we're doing is swing eighths. I'm starting on middle C and I'm keeping a steady beat. You can do this with a metronome, you can use iReal Pro or Drum Genius. Lots of different things to keep a steady beat, and the whole point right now is to exaggerate 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and don't worry, you won't be in this phase for too long. It comes pretty quickly once you are, if you're focused when you're doing this. And the next video is all about the riff. So this was Sarah, and welcome to another of these I'm at the Piano Now What videos, Blues Edition, and if you keep plugging away and staying with us over time, you are going to be so thankful that you learned counting and that you got swing eighth notes before it got crazy. Have a great day. Bye.